Hi Pokefans, the new DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet game has finally been released. I myself haven't really updated the game, so let me quickly do that. The trailers for the DLC have been pretty interesting and really nice, so I'm pretty excited for this DLC. I've actually bought it only for the Scarlet version, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play in that. Now it did take me quite a few minutes to go ahead and download the update. But once it was downloaded, it did actually install. So let me quickly go ahead and open up the game. Now I don't have any special Pokemon team to actually use for the DLC. I'm just going with what I have. And let's see what Pokemons we can actually use. I'm actually more interested in using the Pokemons that are only available in the DLC, which I think will be pretty fun. So I'm going to try and do that. I'm also going to be trying something new, and that is reading the dialogues. This is something that I always wanted to do, but I used to hesitate. But of course, for this time, I'm definitely going to try it out. So hopefully it is going to be good. Alright, here we are, and our phone is ringing. Hello Dash, this is Jock. Ooh, alright. Sorry to bother you while you were probably out searching for a nice treasure. You see, we have a school trip every year around this time. It's a special collaboration between our academy and another school. And would you believe it, Dash? Your name's one of the chosen ones to attend. You'll get to go study and experience the great outdoors off to the east in the land of Kitakami. It's a long trek to get to this year's destination, so we can't send too many students this time. You really are a lucky one, getting selected as one of the participants. And I wonder how that happened. Come to the school's entrance hall when you're ready to hear out all the details. Of course, you don't have to take part, but this kind of chance isn't likely to come again. So, you should really give it a shot if you're interested. Okay, I guess we could try. Hope to see you soon. So that's pretty good. Currently my team is just a random set of Pokemons. It's just a mess because of the recent raids and Pokemon distributions. But of course, I'm gonna quickly fix it and see you all in the front of Naranjan Academy. It actually took me some time to find a Pokemon that is a low enough level and a Pokemon with high enough level to have in my team. But here we are. Alright, we have a new character right here. Let's quickly talk to her. Mr. Jock said that the students for the school trip would be in the hall. Are you? Oh, you must be. You're one of the students chosen for the school trip, aren't you? And your name was? Dash. Dash, huh? Well, aren't you full of fire? You're positively dazzling. Alright, that's a weird thing to say. Oh, and you even have a Terra Orb. I guess Paldia is rich enough in resources for that sort of thing to be common sight at school. Unless that's not the case, are you perhaps an especially exceptional student? Oh, but here I go on, and I haven't even introduced myself. Call me... Something's about to happen. Mrs. Breyer, I'm so sorry I'm late. And here is Jock. Oh, hello to you too, Dash. What a lucky scamp you are, getting to take part in a school trip so soon after transferring here. I mean, we still don't know how we got selected. I sure am happy for you. I wish I could go too. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Breyer. I got a bit carried away. I'm not even surprised that he got carried away right there. Well, as Mr. Jock also kindly stated for me, my name is Breyer. I'm a teacher over at Blueberry Academy. That's cool to know. That's a school in Unova region, you know. Miss Breyer helps to set the curriculum there. Alright. This year is Blueberry Academy's turn to run our joint school trip and supervise the students. That's why I came here to collect you. So I guess we'll be heading out with her soon. We'll be heading to Kitakami, a land known for picturesque fields and rice paddies. The place has a rustic feel, but there's also something rather mysterious about it. That sounds fun. You see, the same energy present in Paldea's terrestrial phenomenon has been detected there. I'm hoping to do some digging into the matter myself in between my supervising duties. Alright, seems like we are gonna have an adventure. Though I would also appreciate the chance to take a good look at the great crater of Paldea. Yes, well, there's not much I can do about that without permission from the Pokemon League and Director level. I think that's kind of true. Oh, I know. I've already put in all the proper applications. I trust that I'll get a favorable response soon. Not really sure what we are doing in this conversation. Oh, sorry Dash, forgot all about you for a moment there. Anyway, the school trip. Think of it as a chance to continue your treasure hunt on a grander scale. To search beyond Parlian's borders. Alright. I'll even provide you a special update to your Pokédex app if you would get out your phone. Okay, so we are getting a new Pokédex in this case. I would love to check it out, but I don't think we'll find anything right now. And there we go, all done. Now you can go while registering all the Pokemon you can find around Kitakami too. I think that's something I will definitely do. Oh, and don't worry about the permission slip for the trip. I've already cleared things with your mom. You just go and have fun. So that's pretty good. I was wondering if we had to visit our house before leaving, but I guess not. I also can't believe he didn't say anything to Briar right here before leaving. Your Mr. Jock is quite charming, isn't he? Delightfully direct when he wants to be. Now then, Dash. It's quite a trip to the land of Kitakami. I hope you don't mind flying or a long bus rides. Let me know as soon as you're ready to set out, won't you? That we will. You know what, I think we're already ready to set out. I mean, I have my Pokemons that I need right here. One is a random Tynamo that I got through Wonder Trade, and the other one is my Crocodile, which I actually trained up for a particular raid but never used. So I'm going to use these two Pokemons for now. Are you ready to set out for Kitakami, Dash? That I am. Great, we'll set out together as a group once the other students arrive. Let's see if they do arrive now. I hear you were all chosen for this trip by lottery, so this may be the first time you meet. Ooh, so that's how we did get chosen. I know my role is to chaperone you kids around, but I fully intend to have some fun on my own while I'm at it. Just so you're aware. By the way, do you know of the Scarlet book? I know it. I mean, we have seen it a lot and analyzed it. As you should. It was the most influential book of the century on the subject of paranormal. The author of the Scarlet book, Heath, was in fact an ancestor of mine. I even have his original manuscript. Now that is actually pretty cool. Hopefully she will show it. Look here. These are the pages that were blacked out and made illegible in the published copy. Okay, I guess we get to see it. So here it is, the full page. I think we have already read this page, but let's see what else she has to actually show. Most of these details that were actually kind of erased, I think we were able to easily guess it because of the letters around it. Anyway, let me go to the next page. I have tentatively named this creature Terrapagos. I suspect its very body is made of the key material that causes Pokemon to shine brightly and terrestrialize. Ooh, alright, so we were talking about Terrapagos the whole time in this book. It's a mysterious Pokemon that Heath allegedly encountered when he delved even further into the depths of Area Zero. Not that the general public believed him. Pretty interesting. It's my dream to find Terrapagos and prove that Heath's record were all true. Though I haven't yet been able to secure permission to enter Area Zero, unfortunately. Yep, it's a bit difficult if you are not from the school. But then, that's fine. it will be alright. All I need to do now is focus on the work that's in front of me. Mrs. Briar, we are ready to go. And that's it, we are gonna all go to Kitakami. Alright everyone, to the land of Kitakami. And of course we have a transition right here. Pretty nice. It's also good to see an aeroplane and a Dragonite right below it, which is a bit scarier. I mean, what if it hits the aeroplane, right? Here is the title page, which is so cool. I think I really like this title page a lot. It's so much better than the other ones that we have seen till now. Of course, this is the part 1, the Teal Mask. Alright, here we are. It seems like we have finally reached Kitakami. And we do see the bus stop that we have seen in the anime, which is so nice. We're finally here. My butt's been killing me after all these hours of sitting. First the plane, then the bus. That sounds really bad. Well, you all survived that long trip. And we haven't lost anyone along the way, right? All here. That's good. Then, welcome to the land of Kitakami. This is the stage for all new experience and learning opportunities we'll have out in the nature. This already looks so much better than the Paldean region, especially the rice field paddies here. It's actually my first time here too. Why the rice fields really are dazzling. Up ahead is Missouri town. That will be our base of operation for the duration of this trip. I hope I pronounced it right. I think it's called Missouri. Mrs. Briar, I don't feel so good. Uh-oh. All the travel must have given you a dose of motion sickness, Why don't we pause here for a moment and take in the sight of these fields? Now Dash, I have a little request for you. Could you run ahead to the community center in Missouri and let the caretaker know we are here? It would be great if you could explain that one of our students is feeling unwell. Alright, I could do that. I knew I would be able to count on you. On your way then, I'll look after your poor travel buddy here. So we do get a chance to kind of explore the first part of the DLC here. Although I must say, I think I would love to explore this, but I will leave exploring for the end of this episode. We also have a new feature right here between switching different maps using L and R button. I guess we can actually try that. So this is the Kitakami land, and if I clicked on L, it went back, but here we are back again. Here is the whole map. Not really too many buildings, but we have a huge area to explore, which is pretty fun. Slowly as we progress in the storyline, I'll make sure to explore each particular area and list out all the Pokemons that we can actually find over there. For now, I'm not gonna be exploring. We have been asked to go to the community center, so I'm gonna make my way there first and see what happens next. I also kind of attempted to ride Koraidon here, but apparently that's not possible, so I do have to run all the way there. I think the graphics as far as this DLC goes, it looks so nice and is so much better than the Paldean region. But the only thing is that I do see a bit of lag when I'm running. I'm not really sure if this is something you all are facing. Let me know in the comment section if you are as well. But I am kind of facing a bit of lag in the game. I'm also not going to be catching any Pokemon. I just wanted to see at what level the Pokemons are going to be in the DLC, and as you can see, it is at level 57. I think if you did start a new file, you might have a lower level Pokemon than me, but I am using a file where I have become the champion, so the Pokemons are pretty high in level. This is actually a really bad thing considering I have a Pokemon that is around level 10 that I'm trying to use. But I have decided as we go forward, I'm going to try and catch all the Pokemon in each area and try to use them in my team. But for now, I'm not going to focus on any of these Pokemons. We're definitely having more of them walking around in the rice paddy fields as well, which I thought was super cool. Let me actually speed run to the town and see what happens next. Never mind. We are already there. It was such a close route. Anyway, here is the Mazir town, and it seems like we have another cutscene coming up. This time we have 2 more new characters standing right in front of the community center. Let's see what happens next. Seems like they have not yet noticed us. And they did notice us now. Sis, look, there's this one now. Alright, I'm not sure what they mean by that, but let's see what they'll say. So, you're one of those students who've come from Paldia region, huh? Whoa, way cool. Hush, Kiran. I'm Carmine. Sorry, but I can't just let any outsider like you wander into Mazir town. Okay. If you insist on coming in, you'll have to battle me. Come on, sis, you just want to battle, making this a big fuss over nothing. I told you to hush, Kiki. I really like that name. Just ignore my little brother. Ah, man. Alright, let's do this. Get in position. So, I was kind of right. We are having a battle at the beginning itself. So if you're like me planning to use a Pokemon from the DLC itself, I would recommend having at least one Pokemon that you might have around level 100 in your team, just as a backup. I'm pretty happy that I actually brought Crocodile with me. It is definitely going to help me with this one. Let me actually switch it out. I initially thought of using Tynamo as my starter Pokemon for the DLC. It is definitely going really bad considering my Tynamo was at level 10. But let's see how much we can actually use Crocodile in case of any battle and see how fast Tynamo will actually level up. Hopefully by the end of this episode or the next one, I will have it completely evolved as well as leveled up. One other thing I definitely want to do is if I do have any kind of battle, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and speed it up. I always felt that catching Pokemon or just randomly battling a trainer is usually pretty slow in these games, so I usually like to speed it up. We are definitely easily defeating her. I'm pretty happy that I actually brought Crocodile out of all the other Pokemons I had, because this is a really good Pokemon against Carmine. 2 of her Pokemons are weak against it, so I'm easily able to take it down. Also, all of these Pokemon she is using, I have to catch them. I think I'll be able to find it in this first area or maybe in the next one. Either way, there we go. We have defeated the first trainer in this DLC. Wowsies, you went and beat my sis? I can't believe it. There's no way you should have been able to beat me. Alright, she sounds very mad. Fine, I guess you pass. Barely. Seems I've got no choice. I let you into the town. But only if you become one of my grunts and do every little thing Oi, what are you doing? Causing a ruckus out there. Here comes trouble. Come on, Kiki, we're out of here. And of course they run. But What up, sis? Alright, we have a new character here. Why, hello there, stranger. You must be one of the students from that Paldian Academy, right? I help run the community center here in Mazir town and a few other things besides. I'll be looking after your group during your visit. That's good to hear. I hope those 2 kids weren't giving you any grief just now, were they? No, not really. I mean, we were able to defeat her. I hardly know what to do with those 2, especially that Carmine. Always been a handful, that one. I apologize if she gave you a hard time. This guy is really nice. What's that? A member of your group fell ill down by the bus stop. I would better get over there and give them a hand so they can make it into town. I'll take care of everything. You go ahead and get yourself settled in that community center. We'll catch up with you soon. Okay. I guess we can just check out the community center. I'm actually really excited to explore this, but I'm stopping myself. But here we have the Nurse Joy for our DLC. She looks so cool. It's an unexpected design, and I think it is pretty fun to see her like this. Alright. Anyway, now that my team is fully healed, I guess we could check out the community center. We have another cutscene. I guess it's understandable since this is the beginning of the DLC. This way, everyone. Dash, I owe you one for fetching the caretaker. Our little travel buddy is feeling much better now too. Alright everyone, this is the community center. This is where you'll be staying while you're here in Kitakami. The plan was to have you and the other students from Blueberry Academy stay together. But it turns out the space here is going to be all for you, our visitors from Naranjan Academy. Oh, right. Those two kids were originally from this town, weren't they? So in you come. Don't be shy. I guess the two over here are the two characters we just saw. So they probably will be staying at their house, and that's the reason we have this community center for ourselves. Here we are inside. Oh, no need to worry about your shoes or anything. You can leave them on in here. If they are extra dirty, just try to rinse off the worst part of the mud using the washing station by the door. Okay, that's a bit uncomfortable, but we are gonna go with it. Now, nice and clean inside, don't you think? It's all newly built, so it's as good as anything you'd find in one of your big fancy cities. I mean, technically we are not from a city. This here is the lounge. You can watch TV, chat or relax whenever you like. And well, let's see. Over there is the cafeteria and the toilets will be down that way. That's good to know. When you want to get some sleep, please use the rooms down the hall there. We've got enough space that each one of you can have a private room to yourself. So I think that's about covers everything. But if you run into any trouble at all, don't you hesitate to ask one of our fine staff at the desk. Thank you for the tour, sir. Alright kids, do you have anything to say to the staff who will be taking such good care of us? Thanks for having us. That is a good statement right there. And of course we all shouted. What a bunch of well-mannered students. I can already tell you're gonna be wonderful visitors. So you just think of this place as your own home, away from home, and relax. You must all be tired after such a long day. I know it's a bit early still, but why don't we have dinner and then call it a night? We've got plenty of food ready for you all, so I hope you've brought your appetites. Alright, so that's good. I guess we won't get to explore much now until we do get some rest. We can definitely explore the community center here, which is what Briar is also saying. So let me quickly check out this room before we go to take rest. I'm gonna also speed up this part since I'm just running around the building. I also definitely want to talk to all of the kids once. And I did actually try to leave, but it didn't really let me. Here's the shoe washing station, which I thought was a pretty cool idea, but I think shoes indoors is still not a good thing. Anyway, we have toilets, we have the staff here. Talking to her, I actually got to know something new. If we open up the bag, based on the location we are, the top and bottom of the screen will actually change, which is super nice. I definitely want it to be that way, and we are just gonna check it out right here. Quickly opening the bag, here is the theme for Mazuri Town, which I think is super cool. I really like this new feature and I think I will check this out in each and every area. I also definitely want to change my uniform. I'm quickly gonna do that. I actually chose the spring uniform for the DLC, and we are just gonna talk to all of these students to see if they do have anything special. There you go. Oh, the poor kid actually saw a bug Pokemon and just ran out of the room. But I think we are ready to go ahead and call it a night. Let's see what happens next morning. Probably we do have more dialogues, but that's okay. Here we are. Morning everyone, did you sleep well? Starting today, you'll be joined by 2 of our students from Blueberry Academy. Go on kids, time to introduce yourselves. Hi, I'm Carmine. It's a pleasure to meet you all outsiders. I mean visitors from Paldia. Of course she has to say that. I'm Kiran. Carmine and Kiran actually grew up here, so ask them for help if you need anything. And you two had better be of real help, you hear me? Aye aye. Right. Now that that's settled, why don't I tell you all a bit about what we have planned for you. This school trip of yours will be an exercise in orienteering. First, we'll have you split into pairs. Then, each pair will be tasked with finding 3 signboards located all around the land of Kitakami. On each signboard, you'll find a snippet of old folktale passed down here in Kitakami. Okay, that sounds interesting. Read them all and learn a bit about our home. To prove you have completed the task, we ask each pair to take a snapshot together in front of these signboards with their phones or camera. Take a photo together in front of each of the 3 signboards to complete your mission. It's a self-guided tour of Kitakami. Learn all about its rich history. Much more fun than sitting around and listening to me rambling on, eh? Wonderful! What an innovative idea for a group activity. Oh, and I've got a gift for each of you as well. And of course we obtained the Roto stick, which is very helpful with photos. I'm definitely excited to use it. We also get instructions on how to use it, which is very helpful. Anyway, now that this is done, let's see what happens. I hear these things are all the rage in the big cities. Use them when you take those photos. I'll even teach you a rat pose I came up with all on my own, which is the Eureka emoji. Ah yes, real rat. Remember that one of the goals of this trip is to deepen the ties between our 2 schools. I'm actually not surprised about that. It seems like having someone who knows the area very well would be a big help. That being said, let's try to maximize the number of inter-school pairs, okay? Time to mingle. Ah, that means we have to go ahead and tag along with one of these 2. I actually prefer Kiran more, but let's see what happens. Okay, I guess we are gonna talk to them ourselves. Let me quickly do that. Ah man. Of course we have to talk to Carmine. Your Dash or whatever, right? Let me guess, you want to pair with one of us poor lonely blueberry students. Yeah. That's true. Gosh, it's so sweet of you to go out of your way like that. What would we ever do without you? Oh yeah, so my little brother here has been all googly-eyed over you since yesterday. He wouldn't stop talking about you, even at home. I seriously couldn't get him to shut up. Sis, what are you telling to her that for, dummy? Hey, watch who you call dummy if you know what's good for you. Ah, sibling fights. Oh man. Look at him being all shy. See, my brother's no good at talking to people. He probably never woke up the nerve to ask you himself, but he really likes a battle with you. Okay, I guess we could do that. I mean, wasn't really expecting this, but sure. Well, what do you know? Turns out you're sorta nice. That will make my brother real happy. Chin up, Kiki. Dad says she'll battle you. What? Whoopsies, really? You don't mind? She doesn't mind a bit. Get to your positions, Kutu. Everybody else clear out, make some space. I got this. Alright, we have another battle here. I think Kiran here will have similar Pokemons as Carmine. I'm not really that afraid now that I do have Crocodile, so I'm quickly going to switch out to it. The first Pokemon was Eccentric, which is pretty surprising. I mean, both of these trainers have Pokemons that could have fully evolved, but instead they are still in their first stage. I really wish, or I really hope that they will actually evolve it at the end of this DLC. There we go. That did nothing to me. So let me go ahead and use Earthquake. The only issue with my Crocodile is that it's just a full attacker Pokemon. It doesn't really have any special attacking stats. But I think I'll be able to use it against most of these starting Pokemons. Second one is Yanma. And for some reason, the face of Yanma in this game is super shiny, which I really didn't get. I guess they did change it up a bit, but Yanma in this game is super shiny. Anyway, there we go. We have easily defeated him. That definitely was pretty good, as said by my friend there. Nicely done, kids. Nothing like a friendly battle to get to know someone. Woofzers, you sure are strong, Dash. You really aren't half bad. Kiki, nearly as strong as I am, you know. I don't know about that. This orientation thing, we are supposed to group in pairs, right? You should go ahead and pair up with Kiki then. Ooh, we do get that, right? Don't what? It's not like we can pair up. Or were you hoping to partner with some other rando outside instead of Dash? Well, no, but man. Don't worry, he's just being shy. I'll go and find some charm to pair up with too. Watch out for my little bro, you? That we will, definitely. Okay, now that it's settled, I wonder what happens next. Looks like you're all paired up. Let's go ahead and mark where you'll be going on this Rotom phone of yours. Okay, it seems like I'm the only one having phone. Now then, off you go. Oh, and if you find yourself in need of any potions or Pokeballs, we have to shop by Peaches. They'll be happy to set you to rights. So it looks like we should probably start with the signboard at Loyalty Plaza. That's out past the apple orchards on the west side of the village. Okay. It's close by and I figure it might make sense to, visit them all in order. I'll probably just get in your way if I stick too close. So I'll just follow you from a safe distance. Alright. And there he goes. So that's all on the cutscenes at the beginning of the DLC. Now, even though I want to go to the Loyalty Plaza, I'll look around the town, see if there are any items that we can actually pick up and catch all of the Pokemons that are present in this first area before we move on to the next one. Right here we have a bridge, but I'm not gonna cross it. I feel like that is a total different area and probably will be covered in the later stage of this DLC. So we are gonna go ahead and just explore this town itself, which I'm pretty sure will have a lot of items. As far as the other DLC that we have seen before, we have got a lot of items. So I'm just gonna look around the town. It seems like we have a lot of PMs, which is surprising. I also want to go back to the initial area where we actually got down, the bus stop and the pathway. I'm pretty sure we have a couple of new Pokemons there that I definitely have to catch. And I'll be able to do that now since we are actually allowed to explore this area. I did check out the map right here. Seems like we are on a pathway that actually goes to the first signpost. So I'm not gonna go through this path right now. We are gonna go ahead and check out the rice paddy fields that are right here, as well as the small area that is surrounding this paddy field. Instantly we were able to find a new Pokemon. Unfortunately, I am actually running out of Quick Balls, which means I do have to go back to the shop. The one new thing in the shop that I have seen is that you can only use cash in this Kitakami region. I did try using the LP, but the NPC kind of gave me a pretty funny statement of saying, I don't know what the digital stuff is. So if you are gonna use your money in Paldia, don't do that. I mean, especially if you're coming to Kitakami. I would recommend just using the LP in Paldia and then using the cash here. It's also pretty easy to make more cash. As long as you actually defeat all the trainers in the DLC, you will have enough. Of course, if you are using a already played file like how I am, then you probably will have enough items to sell and get more money. But you are actually starting a new file. In that case, I would definitely recommend just defeating all the trainers and then being able to kind of spend it. Anyway, I'm just running around the paddy fields. It seems like we have a lot of Pokemon here to catch. And I did confirm Yanma's face is shiny in this game. I mean, when I say shiny, I'm not talking about shiny Pokemon. It's just that its face looks very reflective and looks like it shines back light. I'm also not only catching all of these Pokemons here, I'm also trying to find a really good team member that I can actually add to my team. Unfortunately, my team members from Paldia are all level 100, and I feel like if I use them, this DLC will be super easy. I do want to have a bit of a challenge, so we are going to try and catch Pokemons here, try the map and see how it actually goes. There we go. There are around 4 to 5 new Pokemons here. Most of them you'll be able to find either in the rice field or right next to it here behind the town. I'm also gonna go ahead and try to evolve most of these Pokemons, as they are literally one level away from fully evolving. I actually tried it with Swordle right here to evolve it to Swordloon, but then I realized that you actually need max happiness to actually fully evolve it. So I'm going to be ignoring this Pokemon after this. It's going to go into my box, and in the other case I will evolve the other ones. Here's Gyarados. It is one of my favorite Pokemon, especially because it is so unique and not a lot of people actually use it. It's also pretty powerful and will be able to help you in certain situations, especially if you are like me with no Pokemons and Kitakami. I think I will have it for some time in my team before I actually add another team member. There we go. We have Corphish, which is evolving right here. And we have got Groudon, which is a really cool Pokemon. But I'm not going to be using this one. I do have Poliwhirl, which is something I want to use. Not really sure if that is going to be the final Pokemon for my team. But at least for the beginning, it is a really good Pokemon to use. You can also easily evolve it if you have a Water Stone. Which if you are using a used file, you'll probably have. So I'm going to go ahead and have all of these Pokemon. Here's Quagsire. And another new Pokemon added to my Pokédex. I'm also sure that we will have some kind of gifts if we do try to complete this Pokédex, like how we had for the Paldean one. So I will be looking out for that as well and let you know what kind of gifts you'll be able to receive. When I was evolving Yanma, I accidentally clicked on B button and I had to level it up again. Let me actually evolve it. I wonder if Yanmega will be shiny. But let's see. There we go. And it's not. It lost that sheen on its face after it evolved. I'm actually pretty happy that we are doing such good progress with these Pokemons. Just with a 5 or 6 Pokemons at the beginning of this route. I was able to get at least 10 of them, which is really good. I'm also moving all of my Pokemons around in the box to kind of make sure that I have the right team right now. Based on the map, it seems like this entrance area is pretty huge, so I won't be able to actually explore it completely in this episode. Especially since this episode is going to 45 minutes now. I'll try to reduce the size of the episode if that's what you would like. Let me know in the comment section if that is something you would like to see. But for now, for at least the first few episodes, I'll keep it as long as possible. In reality, this episode actually took me around an hour and a half. So I think I will be ending out this episode right here. In the next episode, we are gonna explore the first part of this area a bit more. See if there are any Pokemons or items that we can actually pick up. And then move on to the Apple Orchards as well as the Loyalty Plaza. There are also a couple other Pokemon such as Icons right here, which is not actually obtainable in this first area. I believe that you'll be able to see it near the Apple Orchards. So we still have a lot of new Pokemons to catch. The one good thing is I'm able to actually run around, see what Pokemons we have and catch them. I was actually surprised that we can actually catch each Mako here, but that is really good. I'll also try and put out a second episode for this DLC today to kind of go ahead and move forward in the storyline. As far as the story goes, I think it's pretty good. I'm really enjoying this DLC. Kitakami has definitely been worked on really well. Other than the little bit of latency that I do see in the game, I think the others are pretty good. At least it feels better than the Valiant region itself. Right here I did see a Ducklet and I was able to catch it, but it's actually at level 67, which is higher. So I guess it belongs to the other area right here. Just like the Timber here, which is at level 66. I think I'll actually let this Pokemon be. Maybe I will come back here on a later stage when we are going through this region itself and see what we can do. Parallelly with playing this game, I'm also checking out the borders of the map. It seems like we can't actually climb on the mountain that is right next to us here. I was also able to see a Petalil, which is a Pokemon we have seen before. So there are definitely a couple of Pokemons that we have caught in Paldea that are available in Kitakami, which is nice to see. Anyway, here is the second trainer who actually has a Volbeat, whom I think will be able to catch in the other regions. But of course, for now, it will be recorded in our Pokédex as being found, or I guess being seen. Anyway, I think that is all I had for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel as it does help me a lot. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about this DLC and if you have actually bought it and if you are playing it. As a reminder, I will be uploading the second episode today as well. So if you're interested in it, do look out for the reminder. Alright, thank you all and I'll see you in the next one.